non-stop action from the brightest students in New Jersey. Hello, I'm Jared Cotter. Let's get started and meet our returning teams. First, the Knights from West Essex High School.
Mark Massara, senior.
Tom Haversang, senior, captain.
Ben Gersten, senior.
Jerry Groom, senior.
And that's West Essex in the house. Welcome, gentlemen. All right, now let's meet their challengers, the Parsippany High School Red Hawks.
Mike McVeigh, senior.
John Petricola,
Senior, captain.
Frank Pagoda, senior. James Avanzo, senior.
And that's Parsippany in the house. They got their suits on. They're ready to go. All right. Let's also say hello to the audience. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Okay. Let's get started. Each team begins with 100 points. Round 1 is multiple choice, and questions are worth 5 points each. The categories for round 1 are countries of the world, one-sentence summaries, earth science grab bag, and how many. Okay, teams, let's see if you're ready for the challenge. Our first question comes from countries of the world. What country developed the Long March rocket? A, China, B, Russia, or C, India? Tom.
B, Russia.
Incorrect. Parsippany captain.
A, China.
That's the correct answer, China. All right, John, you control the board.
Let's stick with countries of the world.
Sure. Between 1019 and 1919, there were at least 10 wars between Poland and this eastern neighbor. A, Germany, B, Austria, or C, Russia? Tom.
C, Russia.
Yes, that's correct. Russia. Tom, you control the board.
Can I get countries of the world? Countries of the world.
Sure. Philip IV, Louis X, John I, and Philip V reigned in succession in which European kingdom? A, Spain, B, France, or C, Austria? Frank.
A, Spain.
Incorrect. West Essex captain.
B, France.
That's the correct answer, France. Okay, Tom, where are we going?
Countries of the world.
Okay. Most Maori people live in which of these countries? A, New Zealand, B, Fiji, or C, Australia? James.
B, Fiji.
Incorrect. West Essex captain.
A, New Zealand.
That's the correct answer, New Zealand. Kiwis. All right, Tom.
Countries of the world.
Sure, for the last question, in countries of the world. Which country was the site of the Israeli rescue mission at the Entebbe airport in 1976? A, Iraq, B, Yemen, or C, Uganda? Ben.
C, Uganda.
Yes, that's correct, Uganda. All right, Benjamin, no more left in countries of the world. Where do you want to go now?
One-sentence summaries.
Okay. A pair of star-crossed lovers meet a tragic end. A, Romeo and Juliet, B, Of Mice and Men, or C, The Odyssey? Mark.
A, Romeo and
I'm sorry, your team conferred. Parsippany captain.
A, Romeo and Juliet.
That is the correct answer, Romeo and Juliet. All right, John.
Let's stick with one-sentence summaries.
Sure. A scientist with questionable ethics creates a human-like creature using parts from the dead. A, Cat's Cradle, B, Dracula, or C, Frankenstein? Frank.
C, Frankenstein.
Yes, that's correct. Frank knew Frankenstein. You control the board.
Let's stay with one-sentence summaries, please.
Okay. A family migrates west to escape the Dust Bowl. Is it A, The Grapes of Wrath, B, On the Road, or C, The Color Purple? Tom.
A, The Grapes of Wrath.
Yes, that's correct. All right, Tommy. Where are we going?
One-sentence summaries.
Okay. A small, hairy-footed humanoid faces off against a dragon named Smaug. A, An Unexpected Journey, B, The Lord of the Rings, or C, The Hobbit? Frank.
C, The Hobbit.
Yes, that's correct. All right, Frank.
Take one-sentence summaries, please.
Sure, for the last question, in one-sentence summaries. An angst-ridden teen fails out of boarding school and goes looking for himself. A, Franny and Zoe, B, The Catcher in the Rye, or C, The Bell Jar? Mark.
B, Catcher in the Rye.
Yes, that's correct. All right, Marky Mark, we have 2 categories left. Earth Science Grab Bag or How Many?
How many?
Sure. How many games are needed to determine the winner from among 16 basketball teams in a single elimination tournament? A, 15, B, 16, or C, 17? John.
A, 15.
Yes, that's correct. All right, John.
Let's keep going with how many?
Sure. How many complete revolutions about the sun does Earth make in an 1800-day period of time? A, 4, B, 5, or C, 6? Tom.
B5.
Incorrect. Parsippany Captain.
C6.
A4 is the correct answer. Let's go to Earth Science Grab Bag. What term refers to a continuous or broken circle of coral reef and low coral islands surrounding a central lagoon? A, geo, B, island arc, or C, atoll? James.
C, atoll.
Yes, that's correct. All right, we're tied at 130. James, you control the board.
How many?
Sure. How many times does the graph of 2 times x squared minus x minus 6 equals 0 cross the x-axis? Is it A, 0, B, 1, or C, 2? Ben.
C2.
Yes, that's correct. All right, West Essex back in the lead. Ben, you control the board.
How many, please?
Sure. How many square feet of area does a rectangle have if its perimeter is 12 feet and its length is twice as long as its width? A6, B8, or C32? Mike.
A6.
Incorrect. West Essex Captain.
B8.
That's the correct answer, B8. All right, Tom.
How many?
Sure. How many sides does a regular polygon have if each of its interior angles measures 162 degrees? A15, B18, or C20? Mark.
A15.
Incorrect. Parsippany Captain.
B18.
C20 is the correct answer. Let's go to Earth Science Grab Bag. In the United States, the rain shadow effect would be most apparent just east of the A, Sierra Nevadas, B, Everglades, or C, Great Plains. Ben.
A, Sierra Nevada.
Yes, that's correct. All right, let's stick with Earth Science. 2 students located 800 kilometers apart on the same meridian of longitude measure the altitude of the sun at noon on the same day. They can use these measurements to calculate the A, Earth's circumference, B, Earth's mass, or C, the sun's diameter. Tom.
A, Earth's circumference.
Yes, that's correct. And that's also the end of the multiple choice round. Our score is West Essex 150 and Parsippany 130. Stay tuned. After the break, it's our 60-second lightning round. Don't go away. Welcome back to the challenge. Don't forget you can watch us 6 nights a week from Sunday through Friday on MSG Varsity. It's time for our lightning round, and here's how we play. Each team has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions, with each question being worth 5 points. Our categories are actor-directors and college athletic teams. Parsippany comes into the lightning round with 130 points. Gentlemen, you get to choose first.
Let's go with college athletic teams.
All right, college athletic teams. I'll name a college or university. You tell me the nickname of that school's athletic teams. 60 seconds on the clock, please. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. University of Kentucky.
Jayhawks.
Wildcats. University of Notre Dame.
Fighting Irish.
Correct. Duke University.
Blue Devils.
Correct. University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill.
Tar Heels.
Correct. UCLA.
Bruins.
Correct. University of Connecticut.
Huskies.
Correct. Syracuse University.
Orange.
Correct. St. John's University, New York.
The Red.
Need a
Red
little
Storm.
bit more information.
Red
Correct.
Storm, Red Storm.
University of Michigan.
Wolverines.
Correct. University of Arizona.
Wildcats.
Correct. There's the Wildcats. All right, 9 right for 45 more points. Well done, guys. Okay, let's go to West Essex. West Essex, your category is actor-directors. I'll name a film. You identify its director who also starred in the film. Please give the full name, okay? 60 seconds on the clock, please. Are you ready? Here we go. Annie Hall.
Pass.
Woody Allen. Mallrats.
Pass.
Kevin Smith. That Thing You Do.
Pass.
Tom Hanks. Argo.
Ben Affleck.
Correct. Zoolander.
Ben Stiller.
Correct. Rocky Balboa.
Sylvester Stallone.
Correct. $1 Million Baby.
Clint Eastwood.
Correct. Citizen Kane.
Pass.
Orson Welles. Medea's Family Reunion.
Tyler Perry.
Correct. Lions for Lambs.
Matt Damon.
Robert Redford. 5 right for 25 more points. Stay tuned for more of the challenge. We'll be back right after this.
Visit the challenge at msgvarsity.com for full episodes, team profiles, schedules, and more.
Welcome back. If you missed any part of the challenge and you're an IO Digital subscriber, you can always catch this week's program on demand by going to Channel 614, select TV shows, and choose the challenge. We're now in round 3. Questions are worth 10 points each. Randomly placing each category is a bonus question worth an additional 10 points. The categories for round 3 are transportation, single word book titles, G in chemistry, and whales. Our first question comes from transportation. In which country would you find the world's longest canal? James.
Egypt.
Incorrect. West Essex captain.
Panama.
China is the correct answer. Yeah, the Grand Canal. Let's go to single word book titles. Answer this correctly and earn a bonus question. What novel by Jane Austen features a heroine who considers herself a matchmaker but is regarded as more of a meddler? Ben.
Emma.
Yes, that's correct. And here's your bonus question, West Essex. What is the title of the 3rd book in Suzanne Collins's Hunger Games trilogy?
Mockingjay.
Yes, that's correct. Let's add another 10 points to West Essex. And Tom, you control the board.
G in chemistry.
Sure. What is the name of the phase in which matter has neither definite shape nor definite volume? Jerry.
Gas.
Yes, that's correct. Yes. All right, Jerry. What's it?
G in chemistry.
Sure, answer this correctly and earn a bonus question. What 2-word term refers to the electron configuration of an atom in the lowest energy state? Jerry.
Ground state.
2 in a row for Jerry. And another bonus question earned for West Essex. Also called a family, what word is used to describe the elements within a single vertical column of the periodic table?
Group.
Yes, that's correct. Group. Another 10 points to West Essex. Tom, you control the board.
Single word book titles.
Sure. What adventure novel by Robert Louis Stevenson features a protagonist named David Balfour? Kidnapped is the correct answer. Let's go to G in chemistry. What 3-letter word is used for a jelly-like colloidal suspension of a solid dispersed in a liquid? Ben.
Gel.
Yes, that's correct. A gel. Good job, Ben. Where to?
Single word book titles.
Okay. What children's novel by Roald Dahl tells the story of a gifted girl with unpleasant parents who discovers she has telekinetic powers? Mark.
Matilda.
Yes, that's correct. Matilda. West Essex doing their thing around 3. Mark, you control the board.
Single word book titles.
Okay. What 1986 horror novel by Stephen King tells the story of an evil clown that terrorizes children? Mark.
It.
Yes, that's correct. 2 in a row for Mark.
Single word book titles.
Okay, sure. For the last question, in single word book titles. Ham, Clove, Nag, and Nell are the only characters in what 1957 play by Samuel Beckett? Endgame is the correct answer. Let's go to G in chemistry. What term refers to placing a thin layer of zinc on a ferrous material to protect the underlying surface from corrosion? Tom.
Galvanize.
Yes, that's correct. Galvanizing, galvanization. All right, Tom, you control the board.
G in chemistry.
Sure, for the last question there. What energy change is defined as the change in enthalpy of a system minus the change in the product of temperature times the entropy of the system? John?
Yes.
Yes, that's correct. Good job. All right, 2 categories left, transportation or whales.
Let's go with whales.
All right. What is the primary food of newborn whales? James?
Milk.
Yes, that's correct. So I guess milk. All right, James, where to?
Keep going with whales.
All right. The single, large, spirally twisted tusk of the male narwhal is made of what substance? Tom?
Ivory.
Yes, that's correct. Ivory. Okay, Tom.
Whales.
Sure. What behavior, also called lunging or porpoising, occurs when whales leap clear of the water? James?
Breaching.
Yes, that's correct. On you, James.
Keep whales.
All right, answer this correctly, earn a bonus question. What is the color of adult beluga whales? James?
White.
Yes, that's correct. He knows his whales. And here's another bonus question for Parsippany. Whales are divided into 2 major groups, the toothed whales and what other group?
Baleen.
Yes, that's correct. All right, 10 more points to Parsippany and John. You control the board.
Was that the last question in whales?
There's 1 left.
Let's go with that.
Okay, cool. What waxy substance produced in the digestive systems of sperm whales was once used extensively in perfumes? Ambergris is the correct answer. Let's go to transportation. What river is the busiest inland waterway in Europe? Mike?
The Seine River.
Incorrect. West Essex captain.
Tigers.
The Rhine is the correct answer. Still in transportation, answer this correctly and earn a bonus question for your team. Ammianus Marcellinus wrote that the Hun could eat, sleep, and conduct his business from the back of his what? Jerry.
Horse.
Yes, that's correct. Good job. Bonus question for West Essex coming up. Whose plan was it to build the Cape to Cairo Railway at the end of the 19th century?
Nasser.
Rhodes is the correct answer. That's all right. Let's still stay in transportation. What English nickname has been used to describe the Japanese high-speed trains that originally traveled across Honshu? Ben.
Subway.
Incorrect. Parsippany captain.
Bullet train.
That's the correct answer. Bullet train. Okay, that's the end of round 3. Don't forget to check out the challenge on Facebook. Search MSG Varsity and be sure to visit the challenge tab. We're going to take a short break and be back with the complete 180 round. Stay tuned. Welcome back. It's time to do a complete 180. There's 180 points still up for grabs. We have 4 categories, each containing 3 questions worth 10, 15, and then 20 points. Good luck, teams. Let's play the complete 180. Our categories are history, film, winter sports, and astrophysics. The first question is open to both teams, but please remember to use your buzzers. For 10 points from history, what iconic statue in New York Harbor was closed indefinitely after Hurricane Sandy in 2012? Mike.
Statue of Liberty.
That is correct. 15-point question. The Statue of Liberty, which was dedicated in 1886, was a gift from what country?
France.
That is correct. 20-point question. Which president presided over the dedication ceremony of the statue in 1886?
Harrison.
Incorrect. West Essex captain.
McKinley.
Cleveland is the correct answer. To film we go. 10-point question, open to both teams. What film, which depicts events surrounding the killing of terrorist leader Osama bin Laden, came under scrutiny in 2012 for its portrayal of torture? Tom.
Zero Dark 30.
Correct. 15-point question. What director of The Hurt Locker also directed Zero Dark 30?
Catherine Bigelow.
That is correct. 20-point question. What film, directed by Steven Spielberg, portrays the storming of Normandy during World War II?
Saving Private Ryan.
That is correct. To winter sports we go. 10-point question, open to both teams. According to a 2012 report on the effects of climate change, more than half of the areas in the northeastern U.S. dedicated to what winter sport will have shut down by 2036? Ben.
Skiing.
That is correct. 15-point question. The first mechanical rope-tow ski lift in the United States ran in the town of Woodstock. In what state?
New York.
Incorrect. Parsippany Captain.
Montana.
Vermont is the correct answer. To astrophysics we go. 10-point question, open to both teams. In 2012, scientists using the Hubble telescope announced that they had identified galaxies which formed between 380 million and 600 million years after what event? Tom.
The Big Bang.
That is correct. 15-point question. According to theory, all of what lightest element in the universe came into being immediately after the Big Bang?
Hydrogen.
Yes, that's correct. 20-point question. What second most common element does our own sun create as it fuses hydrogen in the heat of its core?
Helium.
Yes, that's correct. It's also the end of the round and the end of our game. Our final score is West Essex 385 and Parsippany 260. Well done to both teams, but congratulations to West Essex High School. They are our winners tonight, and they advance to round 3. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to check out msgvarsity.com for schedules and photos. My name is Jared Cotter, and we'll see you next time on The Challenge when New Jersey high schools compete in the Tri-States Ultimate Trivia Match. I'll see you there.